Hello and welcome to another installment of Let's Play The Darkness Within 2, The Dark Lineage. Last time, oh man, a whole bunch of stuff happened and most of it was scary. So, I finally got that resurrection machine working and I believe we resurrected, what's his face, Wolfgang Schneider, but it's kind of hard to tell because Howard was stupid and looked in the window even though he wasn't supposed to. So, no telling how that turned out. Then we ended up here in this mansion called The Gate, which when we arrived turns out that Howard recognizes this as his family mansion. Surprise, surprise. So, upon investigating this place, we've discovered that there's something evil in the well. There's also some kind of a weird passageway leading to some underground caverns, I believe, down below, which is why it's called The Gate. And finally, Loth frickin' Nolder showed up and gave me the scare of a lifetime. I'm really mad at him now. So, at this point, we're supposed to go... Oh yeah, and we also found out that Howard is supposed to be possessed by some evil being. That is what his grandfather was planning on, which is super creepy. I do not like that grandfather. Can we have a flashlight maybe, or whatever, the lantern? So, no, stay open. Let's see. I think we're supposed to go in the car and go somewhere else. But before I do that, there's a couple things that I want to check out. Firstly, there's that, the cellar. I want to see if the thing from his nightmare is actually there. And the other thing is a little more simple. Where was that, that jewelry box? Because I'm suspicious about this empty jewelry box. Because Howard actually had a comment about it, and usually when something is empty, he doesn't have anything to say. Yeah, strange jewelry box is empty. Is there like something else on it? Oops. That I can click? Oh, hey! There's a secret cover here. Wow, I'm surprised you noticed that. An envelope I found in the jewelry box. Okay. Can I read it? Wait, is there anything else in there? No. Okay. So, I'm glad I checked that out. So I was thinking about it, and that seemed really suspicious to me. Not the secret compartment. The envelope I found in the secret compartment of the jewelry box. It contains some notes written by my grandmother. Oh, wow, this has a lot of clues in it. Oh, is this going to be really long? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, well, at least we get to read somebody else's point of view. From what I remember, she ran away from the house because things were bad, so she might actually be relatively sane. July 11th, 1983. Since I don't have anyone around I can confide in, I've decided to write down some of the things that have begun to gravely concern me about my husband, Nathaniel. We have some honest and nice maids, but of course I cannot talk with them about everything. The first 2 years of our marriage were great. We lived in a small compartment in downtown Wellsmouth. Oh, an apartment, not compartment. Yes, a very small one. But soon I fell ill. It was nothing serious, but Nathaniel strongly insisted that we follow the advice of the doctors and move to this house. The house had been empty for a long time, about 18 years, I think. It was built by Nathaniel's ancestors, and his family line has always lived here, but he had never been here before and didn't know much about the place. We learned most of what did know. Okay, I assume what we did know from some friendly locals of Arkham, the closest town to this isolated place. But not everyone treated us in a friendly manner there. I always felt a strong hostility towards us, especially from older people. When they looked at me, I felt goosebumps all over my body. Soon, I learned the reason for this bizarre animosity. Back then, we didn't have any servants. When Nathaniel went to his study, I was all alone, and what I enjoyed most was going down to Arkham in our car. I loved that old town. It has a strange, mesmerizing aura of long-lost ages and always made me feel like I was in an old medieval village. But the townspeople, not too long after we arrived, I noticed that their attitudes are as old as the town itself. Most of them are highly pessimistic and superstitious. Some shop owners and the innkeeper told me the truth behind their hatred. They hated Nathaniel's family and even hated outsiders like me who weren't part of the same bloodline. They told me the Lorraine lineage had always been despised in Arkhamond, and this contempt was handed down to each new generation. I heard some tales about that family, childishly unbelievable, but genuinely frightening tales. When I told Nathaniel about these, he just laughed them off. He said that every uncivilized town has this kind of folklore. He was right, and this should have quelled my concerns, but I still felt that something was deeply wrong. And after a short time, my fears were confirmed. Nathaniel started to change. He started to speak in his dreams with someone named Jedediah Lorraine, and gradually spent some more time in the family tomb. Yes, that's a very appropriate pastime. Totally sane. I still don't have even the slightest idea what he was doing in there. You probably don't want to know. I always loathed that building. Just once I went inside, but it creeped me out with all those old coffins of dead people, strange carvings, and macabre pictures on the wet, mossy walls. At first, I rationalized Nathaniel's new behavior as simply a belated interest in his heritage, because I'd never heard him say anything about his family until then. But then he started to speak about how some Lorraides lived in this house under the veil of a strange secrecy, how various generations had built and restored the house, even explaining when and why they built that tomb in the garden. Maybe it sounds strange, but I continued to believe that the changes in him were nothing more than a temporary result of his newfound interest in his family history. I had no choice but to hope that when his interest faded, he would return to his normal self. But soon, the opposite proved true. ... July 18th, 1983. As time passed, Nathaniel became more obsessed with his lineage and its dark secrets. I often saw him in his study, looking out the window, but lost deep in thought. Ooh, just like in the dream, so is the faceless guy your grandfather? Ah, dude, Howard, that's creepy. After a few months, he developed some strange habits like sleepwalking and speaking to himself. He also started to correspond with strangers. I've never seen the content of the letters, but judging from his reactions when he saw me getting a reply from the mailbox, it's clear there was something very special about them. I tried to convince him to see a psychiatrist, but he strongly opposed. He said there was nothing wrong with him, that he was just a man investigating in his own past. As a Lorraine, he said, he was late in taking over his family property, but from now on he would live like a real Lorraine. Great. So we're all crazy, cultist, resurrectionist people? That's great. I always wanted to be a necromage. Around the time our son Williams was born, despite my concerns, it was the happiest time of my life. Nathaniel even seemed to be going back to normal. I remember he was smiled at me for the first time since his sudden change, but after that short period of joy, everything turned upside down again. ... She really likes her cliffhangers, doesn't she? September 7th, 1983. Among the disturbing things Nathaniel began doing in this house, and still does, I hate the strange meetings with his fellow correspondents most. Those who attend are disgusting beyond words. Their looks, their smells, their use of language, they are completely repulsive. These meetings, which no one other than Nathaniel is allowed to attend, started to be arranged when Williams was 5. In secrecy, sometimes they talk for hours. After William's 5th birthday, Nathaniel changed even more drastically. Sometimes he'd mention distant and unusual places and how he wanted to visit them. It became too unsettling for me to even listen to such childish ravings anymore. I know even if I told him to stop, he wouldn't listen to me, for he is not the same person I married anymore. I cursed the meetings for this drastic change in Nathaniel's mood and behavior. The visitors poisoned him with their stupid thoughts and beliefs. September 22nd, 1983. I don't know what to do anymore. 5 days ago, something awful happened. In the dead of night, a stranger with a little boy showed up here. Strangely, he seemed to know Nathaniel. They spoke for about 3 hours, and then the man left without the child. Then I learned that the boy was brought here to live with us, an unlawful adoption. I don't remember anything after that, as I collapsed suddenly and needed to be hospitalized. I stayed there under surveillance for 4 days. When I came back, neither the child nor the maids were here anymore. Only Chet remained, our eldest servant. When I asked him about the maids, he said they quit, and he didn't know anything about the boy. But I could easily tell he was lying, and that he was obligated to do so. I don't know what happened here, but it seems that something went terribly wrong. Nathaniel doesn't speak with me anymore. He is always silent and seems confused. But I know that boy is still around here somewhere. ... I can hear him, his screams at nights. ... Howard! Why did you scream at night? April 14th, 1987. Wow! Geez, she picked up this diary after years? Interesting. I haven't written anything in this diary for years. In fact, if it didn't abruptly catch my eye, I wouldn't have even remembered it was here. I am not good with remembering anything anymore. Last year, I needed to be hospitalized again, but this one was very serious, I think, and I stayed at the hospital for 3 months. Anyway, finding this diary was a fortunate coincidence, since yesterday Williams visited us. This is the first time he has come home after graduating from college. I can't even remember how many years it has been since he went away. How shameful for a mother. But he was not alone. He brought his wife and child, Howard, with him. What a lovely boy he is. It was heartwarming for me to see my grandson. Oh, I guess since... Are they the same boy, this one and Howard? Maybe this one is Loth. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out eventually. Williams hadn't told us he even got married, but this is not unexpected. I was forced to send him to school in Wellsmouth at such a very young age. I didn't want him to leave, but I couldn't let Nathaniel and his friends affect him. Aw, that was good of you. I'm sure that was a beneficial thing. I was very happy yesterday, but now I've noticed something I didn't then, and it shakes me. Maybe this is stupid. Maybe I am making this up, but I was annoyed by the way Nathaniel looked at Howard. As strange as he's acted at times, I've never seen him like that before. That glint in his eyes, ... He didn't take his eyes off Howard for the longest time. At the time, I dismissed it as simple love for his grandchild. That is only logical, of course. But now I suspect it wasn't that at all. That countenance he wore as he gazed on the child, I can tell it was not affectionate pride in Howard, but something solely wicked in nature. That triumphant look actually was diabolical beyond imagination. Aw, poor Howard, I feel bad for him. August 28th, 1988. I can't take this. Nathaniel is no longer even human. He and his disgusting friends are planning something terrible for Howard. I have got to get away from this cursed house, which I should never have come to in the first place. From the first time I saw it, I felt this house was no good, like something ungodly from the past still lives here. Great. Thanks. I'm going to escape and go to my son's apartment. I must warn him never to come here any more, neither he nor his family. They are speaking about Howard all the time. Some nonsense about summoning him beyond time. There's nothing but madness here. I will also take that shiny metallic thing that Nathaniel always wears hanging around his neck. I don't know what it is, but I do know it's important to them, and I will take it with me so he can't find it. I won't let them do any harm to my son and his family. Aw. You had a good grandmother, Howard. She's a brave lady. Okay, let's see. We have 6 clues to find, and possibly hidden ones. Okay, the house was empty for 18 years. That sounds like a fact. No? Okay, you don't care about that. Okay, it was built by the ancestors? No? Okay. Okay, maybe this? No? Close to blah blah, but everyone treated... Okay, not everyone was happy with them. No? Okay. She felt goosebumps. I doubt he's gonna care about that. No. Servants. He went to his study. She loved the town. Townspeople didn't like them. They hated Nathaniel's family and even outsiders. No? Okay. How about this? No? Okay. You don't care that they hate you. Alright. Nathaniel laughed them off, blah 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 blah. He started to speak in his dreams about Jediah Loraid. It seems he changed after coming to this house. Okay. What about Jediah Loraid? You don't care that he was talking to a guy in his sleep? Okay, fine. I always loathe the building. Coffins of dead people. Okay, maybe... Do we care that he spent time in the crypt? No. Alright. Let's see... I don't think he'll care about any of that. He became more oop, shoot, what was that? More obsessed with dark lineage. Oh, okay, fine. Sleepwalking and speaking to himself? No. Okay, how about these correspondences? No. Maybe just, how about correspond with strangers? No. He doesn't want to see a psychiatrist. So Loraid, blah 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 blah, family property. No? Okay, fine. Williams was born. He is my father. Okay. Yay! Okay, fine. I don't think... Whoa. Why does that keep jumping? Stop! I'm trying to turn the page. Okay, he still does strange things. The people are gross. No? We don't care about gross people, okay? He changed more after the 5th birthday? No. How about these strange places? No. He wouldn't listen to me, blah blah blah. Visitors poisoned him with their stupid thoughts and beliefs. Darn those visitors. Alright. Whatever. 5 days ago, something awful happened. Okay. With a little boy. Jacob Armitage told me the same story. Why on earth would someone want to take a child from a stranger? What was so important about this child? That's a good question. I don't know. Okay, something went terribly wrong. No. Nathaniel doesn't speak with me anymore. You can hear his screams at night. No. That's really weird. This man is keeping a child locked up in his basement or something. Okay, he brought you, Howard. Look, and she said you're a lovely boy. I don't remember exactly when or how often I came here or what I did here, but I've visited this place before. There are some hazy moments that have started to come back to me. Lately, particularly about coming here. But I still don't remember anything in detail, and I'm not really sure I want to. That's probably wise. Okay. How about... How about that your grandfather looked at you evilly? That's pretty creepy. You're not interested in that. Okay. Alright, Howard. Alright, I'm sure he's gonna want to know about this shiny thing. My grandmother wrote that she took a shiny metallic object with her when she tried to escape. Okay. I feel the house is no good. No. He really doesn't like anything supernatural. You're a very factual guy, Howard. They're planning something terrible for you. Okay, fine. Alright. I don't know what the last one could be, so let's use the document search. Anything on this page? Nope. How about this page? Because we're missing one clue. Nope. How about here? Nope. How about here? Nope. Okay, this page. Nope. Alright, this page. So my father, just like my grandfather, was not aware of the wicked past of the Lorraine family. Okay, so because he was sent away at a young age. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Anything else in here that I missed? Oh. I can't even examine this anymore. Huh. Curious. Go away. Wherever you are, go away. Save. Save game. Loth Nolder sucks! Because he scared me really bad. I don't like him. And he looks creepy. His eyes are red. I don't know what his issue is. If you scare me again when I come down here, Loth, I'm gonna freaking punch you. Okay, good.